What is up, Heffas and friends? Welcome to another episode of Java and Journeys with Jillian. If you're new here to this channel, how are you doing? My name is Jillian and welcome to another caffeinated journey. My friends, this time we are at SeaWorld, and this is the first time I'm actually here for the celebration of the holidays that they have here at SeaWorld. And mostly what I'm here for, y'all, is really just to take in the views, the ambiance, because we were here for the reindeer run and it was absolutely beautiful and gorgeous, and I love that event. So if you missed my video on the reindeer run, check it out. But coming off the reindeer run, I'm like, I want to come back to SeaWorld and actually see what it's like at night when it's lit up and you see the trees and you're around all the music and you're just walking around having a good time. So y'all, that is what we're here to do. We are going to enjoy the decor and also see what kind of nosh we can try out. So I'm looking forward to some good eats. Hopefully we'll get a little bit of Java in our lives, because what's Java and Journeys without a bit of Java? And just overall enjoy the experience. So buckle up, Buttercup, and let's go ahead and get on this journey together. And my friends, we are at the very front entrance of the park. My co-producer is actually getting my ticket right now because he is a pass holder. I am not. Y'all, I very rarely come out to SeaWorld. Beyond the reindeer run, the only other time I've come out here was for their Hollow Scream event, which was a great time. So if you want to relive my Halloween adventures, check that video out as well. But otherwise, SeaWorld admittedly is not the park that's at the top of my list typically. And because we live closer to Disney, I just spend so much more time at Disney and even Universal. Universal is a very easy park for me to get to from where I live. SeaWorld is actually, I think, to get to Universal, you have to pass by SeaWorld. It's just one of the theme parks that I don't really prioritize. I'm gonna keep it real with you, Heffas. But I do like coming out here if there is a special event like Hollow Scream, like the Hollow Scream or Hollow Sprint event, reindeer run. So I'm like, oh, holiday lights and decor, let's get into it. So we're going to go into the main entrance as soon as I get that ticket. All right, friends, we're going through the park entrance now. And we have our ticket here. Let's go ahead and head on in and get this party started. All right, friends, we are in, and already like the holiday vibes. And again, this is not entirely new to me, y'all, because I was here for the reindeer run, but it is nice to revisit it and to be able to see it at night as the sun is setting. It looks so beautiful out there. Y'all was getting distracted. It's so beautiful out here. And I was chatting it up with my co-producer, and if you're someone who's interested in coming out to SeaWorld, you could typically get passes, especially I would actually advise during like Black Friday, because they will have like a special. And for me, I didn't actually have to pay for my single day pass here, because with my co-producer's pass, he was able to get basically companion passes with his. So that's something else that's a pro tip for those of you all that maybe you want to come to SeaWorld and you know someone who is a pass holder, a good friend, family member. They may have some extra passes, so that way you don't have to pay to come in. So y'all know what I say. If it's for free or if it's discounted, it's for me. And so I'm always going to take advantage of the benefits. And y'all, we are passing by the flamingos over here. Cute that like they're just like right there, up close and personal, greeting us as we make our way through the park.
Right, this is Manta.
And friends, I have just been reminded why I do not come out here that often. Okay, and why it's not a priority, because sometimes I think to myself, like, why isn't SeaWorld a priority for me? Part of which, y'all, check this out. So Manta is right in front of us, and I cannot, y'all. Maybe one day, my co-producer was telling me about some of the waits, and they're actually not too bad this evening. And y'all, I did not bring anything for motion sickness, so I don't think I'm going to be getting on anything that's too intense. But that's one reason why. But here's the other thing. And some of y'all are not gonna like to hear this, but it is what it is. And we're gonna always keep it real and 100 on this channel. The types of individuals that come to SeaWorld versus Universal versus Disney. And you know, like those people who are local, especially to Orlando, and let's just say you have passes to all the parks, you know exactly what I'm talking about, baby. The caliber of people is very different. It's different, y'all. And I really hate that. I hate it because I am definitely someone where I'm like, experiences should be affordable for everyone to enjoy them. But you can't take some of anybody anywhere, y'all. You just can't. And I'm reminded of that because as we're walking by the flamingo area, my co-producer was like, and y'all, I'll show you the views while I'm chatting with you. My co-producer was like, did you see the kid like flipping off the flamingos? And I was like, what are you talking about? So y'all, literally, and I don't know if I'm gonna keep it in this footage or not, so you all may not see it if I didn't keep it, because it's rude behavior, but also I don't know what I was talking about when that kid did it. So I don't know if I'm gonna keep it or not, y'all. I may try to blur him out or whatever. But I'm just like, you are taking a picture of yourself flipping off the flamingos or whatever it is you're doing. Why? Why? That makes no sense. And y'all, let me tell you, if you do those kind of antics at Disney will definitely, they have no problems banning you from their park. They're not running out of money. Okay, truth be told, they are not. So if they need to ban you because you are behaving inappropriately, they will do that. Universal will also do the same, but I feel like Disney is very like strict on it. Oh, and y'all look, so there is a ballerina who is going to be coming out and giving a little performance. We're gonna check that out, and then we're gonna head to another show with the sea lions here in a little bit. But while we're waiting for the ballerina, y'all, the kinds of people that come to these parks, it is sometimes a night and day difference. Even the last time we were here at SeaWorld, and I believe I went on a whole rant about this, we were here for the Hollow Scream night, and there were some people just behaving badly because they've been drinking too much, just being very obnoxious. And I'm just like, at Disney, this ish would never happen. At Universal, maybe, but I feel like people know how to dial it back just enough, y'all, just enough. Because you pay so much money for these experiences that you are not trying to get kicked out, and you're also not trying to get banned from the parks, y'all. No one has time for all of that. But I'm telling you, I don't think, and if you work at SeaWorld and you want to comment on this, please feel free, honey, because I would love to get that perspective. I just don't know that SeaWorld is quite as strict about it and has a reputation similar as Disney, similar as Universal, or maybe even some other parks that will be like, you're out. It's the same reason why I really have never had it in mind to make a trip to Six Flags. Again, because of the coasters and the thrilling rides, not for me. But also, again, to keep it 100, it's about the experiences. And sometimes the people that you are around can make or break an experience. And I am not trying to cuss anybody out. Now, if you come at me with that energy, then I'm going to give that energy right back to you all day, every day. I am trying to mind my business and have a good time with Heffa Nation. But like, if you come at me wrong, then expect a similar response. But the behavior, y'all, some of the part, like, I'm like, why? And when my co-producer pointed out that kid that was just like flipping off the flamingos, I'm like, they're just birds. Like, what the heck? Like, you think that's cool? You think that's hip? You think that's, like, I'm sorry, if you're a teenager and you're watching my channel or whatever, don't behave like that, bro. Like, it makes no sense to walk around acting like that. But even as an adult, if you're acting belligerent, and especially when you're with your family, I see like where your kids get that ratchet behavior is because of how you act and how you fail to set the example. So please don't let other people like me have to correct your behavior because you're affecting my experience, because that's when we're gonna have problems. And I just have to be straight up and real about that, because it's kind of sad that I have to point that out and say that there's a different caliber of people who come to SeaWorld. I really hate that shit. Like, I hate it, y'all. I hate it. As someone who grew up low income. I hate pointing that stuff out because that is not everyone, y'all. It's like you have a small population of people who just don't know how to act and don't know how to behave, and you can't take them anywhere. And you all know we have people like that in our family that exist everywhere you go. And it is not indicative of everyone because I hate that stereotyping. But it rears its ugly head time and time again. And I'm like, every time I have come to SeaWorld, barring for the special events, because I did not have any issues at Hollow Sprint or at the Reindeer Run, that it's a different vibe. Again, different groups of people, but like any other time, there's always been something funky that has happened. And I'm like, that's crazy that I see that there. I have never seen that kind of like nonsense, y'all, at Universal or at Disney, but I have seen families get into it, and people have posted that kind of stuff. So it happens. It happens for real, but I feel like you don't see it as much because of the expense. But y'all, now that I'm off my soapbox, can we just have a woosah moment, Heffas? Woosah. Like, it's gonna be all good. We're not gonna let anyone's bad behavior and their bad energy affect our good time. We're gonna continue to move on, y'all, and enjoy our evening. Hopefully without cutting anyone.
The guy came, the maintenance guy or whatever, he came over there and took the sign down and he was telling people out front something. He went like this.
Okay.
So they're going,
all right, y'all. So this is just bad timing. And I'm like, SeaWorld, deep down in my heart, I understand, like, there's a lot going on at SeaWorld, y'all. There's a lot that's happening. But the ballerina that was supposed to come out and perform, that was actually canceled. That's okay. We're gonna move on to the next experience because they have a sea lion Christmas little experience coming up. So as we're walking to that, we're going to enjoy the views in the Arctic as we pass through the penguin encounter area and the rides and everything going on here. And of course, it just looks so beautiful. And I really loved running through this section during the reindeer run because this is like the vibe, right? We see the tree over here, it's just gorgeous. Friends, we are going to go ahead and head into the Sea Lion show. And the name of the show, you can see such a cute sign, y'all. It is the Clyde and Seymour Countdown to Christmas. So let's go ahead and head in. All right, friends, we've just made it over to the show, and you can see, y'all, it's really, the crowds are not that bad. And you have some people that are coming over here, and we have a bit before the show starts. But I'm looking forward to it. So Heffas, sit back, relax, and enjoy highlights from the show.
Here's SeaWorld's own Tuna. Stars of our show, Clyde and Seymour.
bit of a ledge foot there. Perfect. Now, buckle up and let's go. Down. Whoa! 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 I don't know if we're gonna make it. We gotta slow down. We gotta stop.
Time for traffic! Oh no, this is terrible! How are we gonna make it to the mall now? Oh, you know what? I just remembered we know a shortcut!
Recalculating.
Good idea. We are all the best of friends, so how about this? Let's huddle up! Let's go do some Christmas decorating. Ready and hooray! Let's decorate this sea lion manor!
Scary ghost stories tell the stories of Christmas is long, long ago. Long ago. It's the most wonderful time. It's the most wonderful time. It's the most wonderful time of the year.
Thank you so much for coming today, everybody!
You know, we just finished the show and you can see the views now that it is dark and the trees. I cannot wait to see more of the park. And hopefully you all enjoyed a few of those highlights. Listen, the mime at SeaWorld must be protected at all costs. Like, so entertaining, and including our wonderful otters and sea lions, and it's just always fun to see it. And I can only imagine how hard it is to train animals to do all sorts of tricks. So it was a lot of fun, a very cute story. So friends, we're going to continue to move on to the next experience and also see what kind of food we can get into along the way, because I haven't quite been paying attention to what kind of treats are out in the spirit of the holiday. So hopefully we can get into something delicious, because your girl is ready to eat. All right, friends, I finally found a spot with some interesting eats, y'all. So we're at the Festive Feliz. And here's the menu right here. So Heffas, what we're going to get into is the arroz con lechon and the beef and cheese empanada. I will tell you, the tostones sounds interesting to me, tres leches, conquito, and the red sangria. But I think we're just going to stick with that arroz con lechon and the beef and cheese empanada. And you can see a little bit of what these eats look like right here. So I'm looking forward to getting in to some Latin flavors up here at SeaWorld. Now there was the other stand, and I feel like Heffas, you all will get a kick out of this. So there's another stand that we're at, and they had clam chowder. There's something a little bit unsettling about eating seafood at SeaWorld. But y'all, the clam chowder also had like Parmesan cheese on it, and I was like, There was some sweet potato waffle fries, but it had a hot honey glaze. That I was actually tempted to get. But my co-producer could tell that I wasn't like feeling super excited. They also had a bison burger, but it had pimento cheese. And y'all, though I'm a Southern girl at heart, I have never been a fan of pimento cheese. Drop down in the comments. If you love pimento cheese, let me know. I have never liked it. So the bison burger, I had to pass on that. This has been the next booth that I've seen that's actually had some interesting eats. So we'll see if there's anything good. And y'all, I haven't come across any interesting alcoholic beverages yet. So we'll also see, because you know, I'm trying to spend my calories wisely, baby. And if I don't see something that like really captivates me, it's a pass, Heffas. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna get into the food that we're getting at this particular stand here in just a moment. All right, Heffas, we have our food out here. So here's our arroz con lechon. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, the meat is looking a little dry. So we'll see how all this turns out. And then here's our empanada. So let's go ahead and get into it. The empanada first. Y'all, I'm not gonna lie. I have a little bit of a bad feeling about all this. My co-producer paid around $20, and that's with his annual pass discount. See where I feel like y'all setting me up to get pissed off. Y'all, let me not be negative. I mean, the food was just sitting out, and it was literally like you pay and you grab and grow. And I don't know how I feel about that, y'all. I'd rather one of the staff, like, hand me the food. I don't like the thought of people, like, going in there and, like, picking it up from, like, a sanitary perspective. But, y'all, here we go. Let's see. We're going to start with our empanada. There's the inside of it. It's okay. Y'all, I wish the empanada was crispier. You can tell it's been sitting out. I also wish that there was some salsa or something you can dip this empanada in, because that would really help it. I'm not gonna lie, the inside of it tastes like one of those like frozen bean burritos. I mean, it just is what it is. It's not terrible, right? But y'all, I would probably give this like a 2 out of 5 Heffas. For the amount that we pay for it. I don't know that I can recommend it, but it's okay. It's an okay eat. Let's try our arroz con lechon. The rice is alright. Y'all, this meat, I don't know. I'm trying to like break some off right now. Thank you, co-producer. My co-producer's helping me out, y'all. I'm gonna try plantain. It's okay. I will say, y'all, the meat is not as dry. It is on the drier side, but it's not as dry as I thought. The rice is okay. Also, is another 2. Let me try the plantain. The plantain is the best thing on this plate. Let's see if we can get like a little bit of the plantain, the rice, and the meat. All right, Heffas, we're just gonna get one large bite. So everything combined together makes a tasty bite. If I had to pick between the two, I actually like the arroz con lechon better than the empanada. So you had to pick and choose. I would pick that one, and both of these allegedly, as it showed on the side, are apparently like favorites, and so they brought them back. So, y'all, by the time this posts, go ahead.
New.
Say again?
They're both new.
Oh, they're both new. They're not fan favorites. Okay. Y'all, erase what I just said. This is why I have a co-producer that helps me out, because you'd be like, Heffa, you lying. Yo, this is why I'm never gonna get a sponsorship from Universal, Disney, or SeaWorld, or anywhere. Because they're like, Heffa, you be misrepresenting some information, but y'all, I'm never afraid to correct myself. So not that these were brought back, these were new. Which is probably clearly what it said on the sign. You know how we just like to make up our own information, right? But yeah, Heffas, I'm gonna continue working on my arroz. And then after we're done with this, we are going to head over to the next experience. All right, y'all, we're at the next stand. Now, baby, We're at Waffle Wonderland. Y'all, look at what I see on this menu. Look at what I see. Y'all, they have chicken and waffles, Monte Cristo. I have to zoom in. Sweet potato pie with cream. Okay, SeaWorld, you got one job. You got one job, baby. You know I'm gonna get this sweet potato pie because since when have I ever seen sweet potato pie in a theme park? Okay, baby. SeaWorld may have just turned this whole thing around, so we're gonna get it and see how good it is. All right, Heffas, here is the sweet potato pie. Y'all, I'm not gonna lie, I almost started laughing because this pie looks, she's looking a little pale. She's looking like she needs, you know, a little bit more time in the oven, but I'm not gonna judge it until I get it. And then we also got the apple mule. So that's going to be a combination of bourbon, apple cider, and ginger beer. And to show you what that looks like, thank you, co-producer, here we go. So Heffas, you know, typically I'm all about the drinks, but right now, and y'all, I'm standing in line to get to the next show. So it's a little dark over here. But y'all, we're gonna go ahead and get into this pie. All right, friends, let's try this out. All right, y'all, walking and talking. Oh my God. Let me grab this, I'm sorry. Yo, I got it, my co-producer, he's trying his best to help me out here. And we're walking because the line is moving now to get into the show. Y'all, that sweet potato pie is just not, it is not where it's at, y'all. It isn't. I'm sorry. This is horrible. I can't even take another bite. It's a no, it's a -5 out of 5 Heffas. You all know I don't think ever in the history of this channel I've ever rated something negatively. This is the worst thing I've ever put in my mouth. SeaWorld. I often don't encourage violence. Again, unless you bring that energy to me. I literally feel like y'all just brought that energy to me. SeaWorld, why? Why did you have to do it? You're not going to do it right, baby. Why do it at all? You got me so excited. I was ready to give you all your flowers. I was ready to bestow blessings upon blessings on you. This sweet potato pie is the worst. Oh my gosh. Okay, let me try the drink. Okay, y'all, so while we wait for a wondrous night to get started, let me tell you something. By the way, I had to sip on this, y'all, as we were walking through the theater. It was because how fast the line was moving, getting a little bit difficult for me to talk with you all and hold the camera and pay attention and make sure I'm not like running into anyone. Y'all, cheers. See where I'm about to cuss y'all out. Y'all, so the apple mule is all right. I would probably give it a 1 out of 5 Heffas, and it's not because the drink is terrible. I can drink this. That pie, I was like, it's done. I don't want any more of that pie. And let me tell you, I'm going to just put it out there into the universe that my people were not responsible in the making of that pie. There is no way. There is no way, because we know better than that. Y'all, my co-producer said it best. He was like, it tastes more like a vanilla pie. And I'm like, yeah, it has like 0 sweet potato pie flavoring, and also it needs to be baked longer. Y'all, it just wasn't it. It wasn't it. My people were not responsible for the output of that pie. Now, the person who may have served me that pie, you know, we people, but she did not make that. No one in that area was responsible for that. That was like a pre-made pie put in the fridge and left to the disappointment for other people to try. Y'all, the drink is okay. It mostly tastes like a spiked apple juice with bourbon. There's not really a lot to it. That's why I'm giving it a 1 out of 5. Y'all, I'm a little disappointed. That sweet potato pie took me out. I should have known better. I should have known better. But this was me trying to give SeaWorld a benefit of the mother effing doubt. This is why when you give an inch, Heffas will take a mile. That is a risk I will not be trying again. I don't know, y'all. If Disney ever had a sweet potato pie, I would be caught. Okay, let's stop lying. I will try it again because it's rare to see sweet potato pie in places. Do not. I'm going to tell you, Universal and Disney, because I know that you all, of course, listen to everything I say and I dictate your marketing strategy. Please, for the love of all things holy in the spirit of the Christmas holiday season, do not put sweet potato pie in any of your parks if it is not ready. Okay, if you all are even thinking about putting sweet potato pie in any of your menus, and I'm talking to you, Disney, you have a lot of resorts, okay? You call me, I will test it out, and I will let you know how good it is. And yes, I will cuss you out if you try me. And then I'll give you a hug, and I'll wish you better luck next time, okay? So, I'm gonna come with the criticism, but I'll also come with the love and the respect. Y'all, I just don't even know. I'm shooketh right now. So we need this show to turn it around. So y'all sit back and relax. I hope you enjoy the highlights of a wondrous night. And then we'll get into the shenanigans after the show.
Charlie's angels? No! Then who are we? We are your herald angels! Hail the Heffa, Prince of Peace. Hail the Son of Righteousness. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas from the bottom of my heart.
It's supposed to be a star on the top. You don't sit up there and say it's an angel. It's a star. Who are you?
I'm the new arrival. Wow, nice tree.
You like it?
Yeah, but that pine cone should be more to the left.
Fail. Manger. A miracle, if you ask me.
The only miracle is that we're still away from that story. Sheesh!
Elijah, there were angels.
All right, friends, we have finished a wondrous night. We're heading over to see if we can catch some of the Sesame Street parade because it started about 10 minutes ago. But let me tell you something, okay? SeaWorld may not know how to fix a good sweet potato pie, but that show was incredible, y'all. And I'll talk about it as we make our way through Sesame Street Land. Y'all, that was, yes, choir, it's giving Sister Act 1 and Sister Act 2, okay? It's giving Sanctified, okay? The choir had incredible energy. The singing was so on point, y'all. No one was offbeat, not a step was missed. So much personality. The acting was good in terms of the puppetry of the animals. Even the Sesame Street characters know what's up. Oh, y'all, there's Big Bird. All right, y'all, so the tail end of the parade, and it's nice seeing our faves all the way over on Sesame Street. Now, you have to tell me in the comments, were you a Sesame Street person like growing up? So I watched a little bit of Sesame Street, but my ministry was all up in Nickelodeon, y'all. Nick Jr., Little Bill, like the whole lineup, y'all. I'm trying to think what else what did you watch as a kid? PBS?
Sesame Street.
Zoobly Zoo? I watched Zoobly Zoo. Do you all remember Zoobly Zoo? I think that was PBS. Was it not? Oh, it was syndication? Okay. But yeah, Eureka's Castle, Gullah Gullah Island Girl. So you have to drop down in the comments. Tell me, what did you grow up with? The Muppets, Muppet Babies, y'all. I was all up in Nick Jr. land mostly in terms of my childhood favorite shows. You know, right outside of Sesame Street, we're actually going to stop by this food stand, donut open till Christmas, which is really cute. And friends, we are going to try a couple different things. Oh yes, I think that's the warm wine, y'all. And it's kind of hard to see here with the light on the back, but we're gonna do the apple cider glazed donut, which is apple cider glazed, salted caramel, and toasted pecan donut. That sounds really good. And we're also gonna do the gold wine, and that's the warm wine infused with the cinnamon and star anise. Y'all, I don't know. Right now, my expectations are an HE double L. like at this point, and that is no shade at all. It just, based upon what we've had tonight, I will say I think the food during Hollow Scream was a little bit better, but y'all, it's okay, because let me tell you, A Wondrous Night just completely changed my mood from being pissed off about that sweet potato pie to Jesus coming through and saying, listen, I'm going to give you all things choir. I'm going to give you all things holy to get you up out of this funk. Y'all, that, like I said, that was an incredible show. Okay, friends, so we have our donut. Let me show you. Yeah, sure. Oh, yeah, thank you. See, my co-producer be saying things. He's like, you want to go stand over here? Because there's actually more light in this area. Woo, yes, y'all, the wind be taking my hair. But y'all, check out this donut. So here's our apple cider glazed donut here. And then, of course, we have our wine. Now, let's take a peek under the hood just so we can see. And y'all, it's really warm and it's steaming. You see the steam coming off. So hopefully that does have a lot of the cinnamon flavor that we love, you know, giving you some mulled wine vibes with the star anise. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into these treats, friends. And again, apologize for the weird lighting here. Work with me. Work with me, Heffas. So let's go ahead and try this donut. Well, my co-producer is laughing at me because he already told me that he's given up. And I was like, no, let's just... And y'all, this is at least edible. That, I'm going to stop talking about the pie. I'm going to give myself 2 more mentions of the pie, okay? But, well, this is not bad. It just needs more flavor. It needs more flavor. And you can tell it's been sitting out. So maybe after it's been warmed up, hopefully that will soften it a little bit. Here's the inside of our donuts. You see, there's like nothing to it, y'all. It's dry. It's drier than a nun's vagine. I'm trying to see y'all because I feel like there's something in this, but I haven't gotten there yet. All right. It is what it is. Heffas. Let's get into some gold line action. Cheers. I'm a little nervous because it's very warm, so I'm just going to take the lid off and sip it. Y'all, just tastes like warm red wine. I don't really taste any star anise. I unfortunately don't taste any cinnamon. It just tastes like hot wine. All right, y'all, I think I'm tapping out. Unless what I was hoping, y'all, was that there was going to be some really cool canned beer flavors, because they had some really interesting flavors the last time we were here. And I haven't seen anything yet. It's been more like cocktails, so to speak. Y'all, I think I may be tapping out at this point. Because this is just isn't our night when it comes to the food, but the entertainment has been really good. All right, y'all, so we get to the filling here, and this does help the donut because, y'all, it's so dry that it needs more of this filling to save it, but I still want more flavor. So, y'all, we're walking through Sesame Street just to see. We're thinking about our life choices when it comes to the food here for this event. But, y'all, the gold wine, so I was just thinking that I want to say, and I could be wrong about this, but at Epcot, they had a gold wine. And I want to say it was in the German pavilion. And y'all, that was delicious. That was fantastic. And the thing is, when you have things like mulled wine, it's like you need that cinnamon, you need the star anise, maybe even some orange peel, a little bit of cranberry. Give us some of the holiday flavors, y'all. I was telling my co-producer, I'm like, I think I'm tapping out. I think I'm officially tapping out, y'all, unless I see something that's truly compelling. Because, y'all, you saw the prices. The donut was like $9. I don't even think I'm going to drink the wine. Because, y'all, I can't do it anymore. I can't do it. Y'all, the amount of money we've spent on the food here, and for most of it to be mediocre at best, is super disappointing. I mean, out of Heffas, I would give the wine, because at first I was like, well, I could drink this, and I'm like, no, actually, I'm not even interested. I did not sign up to drink hot box red wine. She got a hot box. She got a very hot box, okay? So, y'all look at me talking all this while I'm walking through Sesame Street. Let me talk with a lower voice. But y'all, it's just not giving. Now, the decor is giving out here in Sesame Street land. It's very pretty. But y'all, I can't with this. So I have to say, and I hate to do this, I hate to be that girl, but it's hard for me to recommend if you come out here for this event, and let's just say you come out next year, because by the time this video posts, this event will be close. Now it's going through to like very early January. Uh-oh, I'm kind of nervous, y'all. We see another food stand over here, and I'm like, I'm curious to see what they have. But y'all, I'll say that, like, if you come out here, because this is going through early January, so by the time this posts, this event will only have like a handful of days left. But like, y'all, I can't recommend the food. So far, I can't. I've not had anything that has been, you know, something that's been so food worthy that I would say spin your coin. So we're over here by Seasons Eatings, and now they do have some interesting things over here. So they have cranberry glazed meatballs, a grilled cheese, harvest mac and cheese, a spiced apple pomona, which I love pomona, and frozen frostbite. Y'all, and at this stand, turning around, which is right next to Seasons Eatings, they also have some interesting treats: roasted turkey, a cherry pineapple glazed ham, jingo tonchos, Marion Bite Rita, iced honey pumpkin cider. Yeah, y'all, I am intrigued, but I don't think I can do it. I can't handle, my spirit cannot handle any more disappointment on this night. You know, we are at Holiday Brews. We're actually going to try a couple of beers. We're going to try, now what they have featured on the menu is actually old. So we're actually getting a milk and cookie stout and an apple cider sour beer. So I'm looking forward to trying those. Okay, y'all, so I've already taken a sip of the apple cider sour. It is really good. So this is like, when I talk about when you're drinking things, y'all, there was like a fan. Y'all, this hair, when I don't have my braids, my hair has a mind of its own, and it was just like blowing at me. So now my hair is just, all the curls have fallen flat at this point. But when I talk about flavor, y'all, that flavor, okay? Great sour beer. You taste the apple cider. You taste some cinnamon. I'm like, as soon as I took a sip of it, I was like, this tastes like the holidays. This tastes like what I wanted my wine to taste like, Heffas. So this is good, but of course, like, SeaWorld didn't make this. Look at me being shady. Isn't that terrible? My husband just tried the gold wine, and I told him, I was like, it just tastes like hot box wine. Yeah, let me try the other beer. Come back. All right, y'all. This is the milk and cookie stout. That's good. I think I like the sour beer. I'm much more of a sour beer, and I think I even said this when my co-producer and I were doing the cookie crawl and the beer crawl at Epcot. Stouts, which is shocking because I am a coffee drinker, and you would think that stout beers would be right up my alley, because I think they have like very similar flavor profiles, depending on what you're getting, as like what you'd find in a dark roast. But stouts are not typically my favorite. This is fine. It has good flavor. It's not my favorite. I like the sour beer better. What'd you think of the stout? Yeah. Yeah, I think I like the sour beer better. But yeah, like, y'all, these things were not made by SeaWorld. So chances are, when it comes to a lot of the beers that they have, if you find something that has the flavor profile that you are interested in, it is 9 times out of 10 going to taste better than anything you're going to pick up. Like, we were looking at some people getting some of the food at the previous food stalls that had like the meatballs and the grilled cheese, and it looked good, but like not enough for me to take the risk on paying any more money on food itself, unless it has, like, honey, that food has to come with like all the bells and whistles. For me to try anything else, I don't think I can do it. I think I am tapping out on food, but I will continue to try some great beer if we continue to pass by some stands. And y'all, there's even like, you know, a little coffee cart stand. It's like the Coaster Coffee, but it is mostly like Starbucks-based coffee. And I'm not saying that that's a bad thing, because most places like theme parks, it's mostly Starbucks. But I'm just kind of like, I don't even know that I want to risk getting a coffee that's probably not going to taste as good. I made this mention, I'm like, are we supposed to be boycotting Starbucks? Probably, yeah. I mean, like, Starbucks, pay your people what they are worth, because they do so much. Y'all, we're not going to get into politics in this channel. And especially when, like, I do like Starbucks. I like the brand. Even in one of my thumbnails, I posted myself holding, because, you know, you're out running errands, you just, especially when you live in the South, and you rely on Starbucks as, like, your go-to option when you're out running errands. But I will say, in terms of boycotting Starbucks, when it comes to boycotting anything, like, I am always down for supporting the little guy, like, period. And you all did not come here for me to go into a long rant about this, but I will say that it is a shame that in the year of Beyonce, that we are still having conversations around equity in terms of fair wages, benefits, when people are working so hard and times are really tough right now. So I say, honey, do what you got to do. And as someone who really loves the Starbucks brand, more so than anything, the merch at Starbucks is magnifique to me. But I'm like, when you're wrong, you're wrong. And bro, you're wrong. You're absolutely wrong. So I'm going to pass on the Java for tonight. I'm going to continue to enjoy my beer. And we are going to make our way over to the next form of entertainment here at SeaWorld.
And welcome to Bayside Stadium. From all of us to all of you, thank you for making memories with us this season at SeaWorld's Christmas celebration.
right, Heffas. That was absolutely incredible. I hope you enjoyed some of the remaining holiday footage as well as the lighting of the Christmas tree, festivities, the ice skating, as well as the fireworks, y'all. Let me tell you something. When you are coming here for the holiday season at SeaWorld, you are coming here for the ambiance. You are coming here for the entertainment. Out of 5 Heffas, I would give the entertainment a solid 4, maybe even a 5. Y'all, the entertainment was so good here, and I could tell that that's where SeaWorld put the dollars. They were like, listen, baby, we may not have put the dollars into the food, but listen, we got you on the entertainment, and that is what you come here for. Do not expect greatness out of the food. Now, everyone's palates are different, but I'm telling you all, you know, I do not lie, and I've already told you that everyone can catch these bullets. I don't care if it's Disney, I don't care if it's Universal, I don't care if it's SeaWorld. I will give you credit where credit is due, and I will give very fair criticism where I see it from my POV, right? For others that have actually come out to the SeaWorld Christmas time holiday fiesta, let me know what you think. Is this something you would go back to see? For me, I absolutely would come back here, mostly because I was able to come on a companion pass, so we did not have to pay additional for the ticket. But y'all, even if I had to pay for it, again, because the entertainment was so good, I mean, this was up there with Disney. There was even certain aspects of the entertainment that far surpassed some of the things that I saw at Jollywood Nights. And in general, even at Universal, I mean, though the parade at Universal with the balloons and it's like the Macy's sponsored parade, it is incredible as well. So y'all, all in all, the holiday time is a great time to be here in Orlando. If you can manage to come down here, I know things are so expensive and crazy right now, so do whatever brings you joy. I hope that even if you're not able to make it out here to Orlando, that you can live vicariously through me and that you enjoyed the footage. Y'all, drop down in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, join Heffa Nation, and thank you so much for your support, especially in 2025. This year has been filled with so many ups and downs. It's been hard, so y'all keep hanging in there, because I know it has not been easy for a lot of people, and I feel so blessed and lucky to be able to have the ability to come out and give you all this content. So if there are any unique things you want to see going into 2026, don't hesitate to let your girl know. Wishing you a very happy holiday season, y'all, and I'll catch you on the next journey. Bye, Heffas.